Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hi, everybody. You know, as the population expands in my wonderful home city of Fort Myers, Florida, I believe we have finally reached critical mass in what I like to call hyper-aggression when it comes to driving.
So really over the top?
Very, very over the top. We'll get to that in a second, but we have a very special guest joining us right now, and I happen to know her intimately. Let's bring her in here.
This is always gross when you go in that
Oh
direction.
my God, Mike.
Hi.
That's awkward.
What?
Know her intimately.
Well,
You have been with her?
Yeah.
Carnally,
Oh, God.
the mother of my child. Well, I mean, that's where
I
babies
know.
come from.
It's true.
The birds and the bees.
You must explain it to me in detail in another episode.
She is the merchandising manager for the Mike O'Mara Show and the customer relations director for the Mike O'Mara Show. And I will say right out of the gate, a compliment going out to you, Carla.
I'll take them.
And the great and powerful Oz, because I believe we have upped the game as far as customer
Oh, my
service is
gosh.
concerned.
Yes.
And
Oz
and
is fantastic.
I am pleased. I am pleased at that. It's wonderful.
You know,
and
I think
so,
it
thank
might be beneficial to your relationship if she laid off on the praise on Oz, because I felt a little negativity attached to Mike when you were talking about it before the show.
See, we're becoming very close. We have a really good relationship.
Yeah, I know he and I are close too, but I'm not making anyone uneasy with it.
Oh, well, that's, Rob, that's just me, okay?
I
get it.
guess.
I get it.
guess.
I
All right.
Well, yeah. Look, it's just it's been an interesting few weeks with major changes here.
Oh, and all for the better.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
my
why don't you
gosh.
just calm down?
No,
Why
I
don't-
mean
why don't you
just
calm-
a positive light and
Okay.
just everything going well and
Really
just so
good-looking
much-
people.
Why don't you get that
and-
windscreen so you can get right up on the
Oh,
microphone? Right
you
over
want
there.
my mouth to be close?
Now, see,
She's being naughty.
no one wants that.
There,
Is that better?
That's much better.
Uncomfortably close.
That's very good. Welcome to the show. Whoa. Major news that I alluded to right before we went on here in Cascade Acres. Now, Cascade Acres, not to be confused with my former neighborhood of Cocoonville, not
Right.
to be confused with where I go to play golf, known as Happy Valley. Cascade Acres is the community I've lived in. How many years have we lived here?
Close to 4.
4 years, and it is it's nice. We have neighbors around that we get along very well with.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then, fine. It's great, Kathy. We're here.
It's what I kind of feel like right now. I feel like Mark Consuelos.
Oh my God, I love you, Rob.
You know this is not going to be a permanent arrangement, right? You're aware of that. You have a day job.
Oh,
yeah,
what,
no,
third-
it's not.
Third chair?
And that's fine with me.
But
Well, history has shown my
Well,
third
make
chair
me
on
feel
this show.
comfortable, why don't you?
no,
huh?
I'm fine.
What happened? Like all of
No.
a sudden you're picking on me?
I'm not
No,
picking
it's
on you.
nice
I'm
to
happy.
have you here, but history has shown third chair is not a permanent position.
Hey, Rob, now calm down.
Look out.
See,
look
that's
out.
where his ego comes in. That's where his healthy ego
Yeah.
comes into play because he is
Don't
second.
worry, Rob.
He
You
knows
have
he is second
nothing
chair.
to worry about.
He is second chair.
Mike, I've known
that's
this
good.
I've known this for a while.
There you go. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you said something that was very nice when all the upheaval happened, and it's been tumultuous. But here in the neighborhood, about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, but I think it was more like 2 weeks ago, they started spray painting areas on the sidewalk, areas on the road out front, areas on the lawn in front of our house. They were
Jets and
marking
sharks.
it. They were marking it. No, it was not graffiti, Rob, but thank you.
So it was funny because we get out of the car and Mike's like, why is there a white line in our grass? And I said, I don't know. Like, is it just us?
What are they doing? And
Yeah.
then I realized that during Hurricane Ian, the people, there are massive amount of generators in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Everybody got sold the generator.
Yeah.
This falls into the category of, I don't think we ever did it on this show, Rob, things we don't need.
No, but you did discuss it. Yeah, I remember
Roofing.
you teased it. Yeah.
Generators, another one down here.
Yeah.
We are 13 miles from the coastline. The idea of needing certain things, to me, might
Right.
be a scam. There are companies that have brought in tremendous wealth by scaring people and making people think they need stuff. I'm not sure. Having been through, what would we be? Personally, being five hurricanes that
I'd
we
say
have been through?
definitely at least 3.
Three, at least four, probably four in this location. The other house we lived in, which was right next door, and this house. We've been through them. We don't have hurricane windows. We don't have storm shutters. We don't have a generator.
Well, you have
we
the
don't.
metal things that came with the
Oh, yeah.
house. that
Yeah,
go
we
with
have
the
the
windows.
shutters.
Which, to be honest with you, the effort expended for those, the only thing that I noticed was one of them blew off during Hurricane Ian.
What
That was
I
it.
know is that whenever we do any work in your garage, it's fun to move them around.
Oh,
Yes. Those
you
are
are
the.
joking, Rob.
Rob is talking about hurricane shutters that
heavy.
are aluminum,
Yeah.
and I have them. They're old
We
school.
probably have about, how many do you think we have in total?
It's 40 probably.
Oh, more than that.
and you
Like
got
120.
But that's getting back to the whole thing of being inland.
Yes.
I get it with the high winds, and outside of a projectile coming into a window, I don't know whether all that effort is true. That's me. I could
But
be.
at the
dig it.
same time, if we had a hurricane tomorrow, Mike would say, put up those shutters, like in an instant.
Or I would say, F it, and then a stop sign would come rifling
Mike,
through our window.
you would put them up because the last time you put them up, the last thing you said on the show before you put them up is, I'm not putting them up. And then you put them up.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have a good memory.
the
Yeah.
idea, well, the Richie Riches in
Yes.
Casket Acres have a button, right? That
Oh.
they
Yes.
can push and it goes zzz, that type of thing. Or they're
Oh,
they're
come on now.
permanently
That's-
mounted and they just
that's-
slide them across.
That's
you know?
pretty cool to have a button.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, there are a lot of different technologies down here. That
We all aim for the button. We all want the button.
The button's where
We're
it's
going to
at.
get that damn button eventually, Mike. You hear
That's
me?
right. Yes, get the
We're
button.
going to
up.
have
Come
that
on.
button.
Are you looking at me and talking?
Yeah. Is that not cool?
Oh,
Should I
I'm
look
right
this
next to you.
way?
I'm looking at you. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
but
I
I'm
got-
not gonna
I'll look at you
turn.
too. I'll look at you
Yeah,
too.
you should. We're
I don't know.
doing a show here.
So getting back to Casket Acres.
And after you look at him in the monitor, you should text him.
yeah.
After I noticed the spray paint, and I don't think anything in. I'm like, I remember that during Hurricane Ian, generators were crapping out because they did not have the proper gas lines coming, natural gas lines coming into the community. These generators run off natural gas, and I guess in
had
some
no
cases
idea.
propane.
I
Yeah.
thought they ran on gasoline.
No. Well, certain ones do, but the ones that are the whole house
did too. Yeah, yeah,
generators
yeah.
that people
Uh-huh.
get down here are gas powered mostly.
That's so
how they
cool.
work. So that when the electricity goes out, the gas lines are still there, and you fire up the generator, and your house has power.
Mm-hmm.
I think in some cases very necessary, but in other cases, here's the real reason. Back in the day, my sister
Kathy.
got me to go in halvesies on a generator for my mom's house about 10 minutes before she moved into the home. And I will never forget that. I will never forget. And that's probably why I get concerned about the whole house generators. Getting back to the spray paint, I said they crapped out during Ian. Some of them, in fact, my buddy John's house,
Yeah.
because apparently the feed going into these generators was not significant enough to power the generators, and they were having problems. That's all I know. I know no more information about it. I don't know what the deets are. I don't even know if it's true, but that's what I was told. So when I saw the spray paint out on the sidewalk, I said, oh, I get it. That's what they're doing. And then I never thought anything of it. Well, lo and behold, the work starts in earnest, and suddenly there are trucks, there are pickup trucks, there are
Dug holes
there are
everywhere.
holes being dug. There are spools of what appear to be pipelines or
Yeah.
conduit or cable. And yesterday, one of the guys is out in front of my house again when I'm leaving to pick up my son, and he's spray painting. And I said, fine opportunity for
Yeah.
Curious George to find out. And I
What is
said
your
to him-
demeanor when you approach him?
Good question.
You might not know me. I'm somewhat of a famous radio personality.
It always works. It always works.
And I want to put a fanfare. Do you have a fanfare, Rob?
I can get you a fanfare. Yes, sir.
What the heck's a fanfare?
So, I got to redo my soundboard soon. So I pull over and I go, hey, can I ask you what's going on here? What is all this? What's all this then? And the guy looks
Perfect
at
question,
me
yeah.
and he says, unbeknownst to me, he said, we are installing fiber optic cable.
Oh, my God. That's
Yay!
fantastic.
Oz, good thing, Oz? Really good thing?
Yeah, that's a great thing.
That's a great thing. Okay, that's
they're
good.
doing that all through Florida. So
Okay,
it's
they're
good.
doing that all through Florida. That's good. So I've always known that fiber optics are very, very special.
It's exciting.
That's the Spanish Inquisition. That's the Spanish Inquisition.
That's the Spanish Inquisition.
Speedy Gonzalez. That's what it is. Don't worry about it. We don't need the fanfare anymore. But it's a really, really cool development, and I am excited about it because
So
I
is
think
Michael.
This is going to
Michael's out of his mind.
Well,
Michael
of
went
course
out of
he
his
is.
mind when I told him.
But this is
yeah.
going to revolutionize the way you watch television as well.
I hope it does. I really, really.
Because don't you
hope
have some
that it
lag
changes.
time and stuff when you're streaming
It's
your
not
product?
perfect. It's
Yeah.
not
It's
perfect.
not
because-
bad, though.
But now I watch. I've cut the cable. So I don't watch cable TV and I don't watch direct TV. Got rid of that, and now I'm watching YouTube TV, and that's how I
watched
get my
an
product.
entire movie on YouTube last night. It wasn't streaming anywhere, and I wanted to watch it, and I started Googling around. Not only was it available on YouTube, it was available on YouTube without commercials, high def, and it was the Criterion restoration. It was fantastic.
What the hell is that?
Criterion is a DVD company, or used to be
okay.
a DVD company, and now
Okay.
Blu-rays that take old movies and make like the ultimate editions of them. They're
Okay,
beautiful
and what
work.
movie did you watch?
Rebecca, 1940, Alfred Hitchcock movie, and it's
Oh.
really
And was
fun.
it noticeable?
It was fantastic.
Do you have fiber optic where you are?
No, I don't. But I
Okay.
do have really consistent, strong speeds here. So,
Okay,
but,
all right.
but I just
So
but
this is
YouTube
going to be
an
a
option
game
now.
changer, I think, for
Yeah,
quality.
Michael won't want to move to Texas anymore, right?
Well, after the guy told me, that's right, he wanted to move. It's
Why-
something about pings. It's a gaming term. It's about pings. That's what Oz.
He was really trying to get us to
Oz,
move
do
to
you know anything
Texas.
about pings?
Yes, I have fiber optics, and my son is always talking about Fortnite and Ping.
There it is. Ping. That's it.
yeah.
So when I told Michael, he was over the moon, which I love that expression. He was over the moon. And when the guy
That's
told
a good
me,
Texas expression.
yeah, when, over the moon, we are simply over the
Over the
moon
moon.
at this. What
Howdy.
a delicious! We're serving white cake. So anyway,
Carla likes
I looked at the guy. I looked at the workman who was installing the fiber optic, and I told him,
We see you. We hear you. And we stand with you.
"That's it." Very, very exciting. So
Did he give
that's
you an
big news.
ETA?
No, but they're he said they're doing the across the street this week, and they'll be wrapping up on our side of the street, and they're already starting on the far end to work on our side of the street.
Wow, that's fast.
So it's going in real. I mean, it's amazing. They've got a thing yesterday where a guy was standing by a ditch. They appear to dig holes, and then there is some tunneling involved. And I hear this boom, 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 boom. I don't know what it means. I don't know anything. There are people probably in the business of fiber
Means they
optics
like
that are
house
laughing
music.
at me. What's that?
It means they
It
like
was-
house music.
It really sounded like an alien life form. It was kind of going
Yeah.
bing, bing, bing. It was a little disconcerting when I heard it. But they're crawling all over the neighborhood. And by the way, did we get any information from the worst communicators
Might
in
have
the world?
been an email at some point a long time
Yeah,
ago.
They're terrible. Their idea of communication is putting a sign, a little square bulletin board at the front of the community that
You would
says
think-
Halloween candy drive or whatever, that kind of
You would
BS.
think if they're doing that sort of advance in their infrastructure, they might want to send an electronic mail because that's what it's all about.
Well, that's
That
what
they're
they
going-
probably
yeah.
sent out an email, but it's so
You ignored it.
sporadic and it doesn't always get
Well, Mike,
through
fiber
to
is
us.
important, and I'm
Yeah.
excited for you.
Yeah, because the community is going to be totally regular now, which I'm really, really excited
oh my
about.
gosh.
So getting Carla in here is twofold. I wanted to come in periodically to visit, and I also wanted her to, talk about how excited she is because we've got. She wanted me to actually hold up a can koozie.
Yeah, I said, hey,
the
Mike,
brand new
why
ones.
don't you put a Diet Coke in
Show
that
the merch,
thing?
yeah. There it is.
And
right there.
he said no. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just sit it up here. So hopefully you guys saw it. But these are the TMOS official first koozies. Get them while they last. They are limited supply. So I think we have about 80 left. They are $10.
I would call them, Carla, I would call them required summertime paraphernalia because they keep your drinks cold, keep your hands dry.
Here's
Exactly.
an added benefit of the Mike O'Mara. I use it daily as a thumb warmer. If you'll notice here, and if you want, I can also use it as a puppet you can eat.
Does it have a voice?
I could create one for it.
I would love that. Hi, Koozie. How are you?
I think Rob's flirting with Koozie.
No,
that sounds naughty.
Hi.
I'm worried about Koozie.
Koozie.
Koozie doesn't sound well.
The new fiber optics are here.
Also, Mike, I just found out the koozies are 94% effective against STDs.
Yes,
What?
yeah. And now it might seem porous to you because there's a hole at the bottom. You can see I'm looking right through it.
You can
And there's a big hole at the top. These are by the way, these koozies, we didn't mention this in any of the advertising. These are the Magnum koozies. These are the Magnum koozies for you.
Oh, wow.
May I get back to my normal state, which is to bitch about
let's start
different
the
things?
show.
Yeah, because
So-
if you're not bitching,
I'm not breathing.
you're not breathing.
Carla, you now with the new schedule on our taping, you take Michael to school more than I used to, and so I was wondering if you have noticed what I would describe as anything you get. You get this in all major cities,
Sure.
major traffic-y metropolitan areas. I call it hyperaggression.
Yeah.
I've never seen hyperaggression.
Now, how are you seeing this?
The idea that people tailgate,
Oh.
people the constant cutting off. It's a 3-lane road, right? 41 is a
Correct.
3-lane road,
Right.
and Route 41 is our main drag down to school down here. And the tailgating,
When you say
the
3-lane, you mean 3 on each side, right? It's not
3
a
on
2
each
and
side. Yeah,
okay,
3
so
on
it's
each
a
side.
6-lane road. Yeah.
It doesn't seem that big, but yeah, it is.
Some of those animals were 9-year-old.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
So when you're driving there, what lane are you choosing? Are you in the far right, left, or center?
I could be anyone at any
Well,
time.
I'm going to give you a tip, and this really works. Stay in the center lane.
No, I
Yes.
could not possibly disagree
I
more.
do,
The
and it's
yeah, you know what? The
relaxing.
center lane is for dullards.
No, the center lane is for people that want to go a consistent speed.
That I
and
don't.
Then let all those
I don't.
jerks
I like
go
to.
around
I like
you.
to pepper.
Well,
I like to pepper my
you
driving
will?
with bursts of rapid acceleration.
you will notice though.
And that is the most fun way to drive.
You're a center laner, aren't you, Rob? Are you a center laner?
No,
Come
I'm
on.
I'm a left laner that pisses people off.
By the way-
I was a left laner in Virginia too.
Rob, the round table today will have news for you because it's about what causes crashes.
I love when he makes the show for me. It's great.
Specifically, I look when I'm curating the news.
Wait.
Yeah.
I see a story and go, oh, Rob will love that. That'll be interesting to talk. Center lane is where the mouth breathe, or the left lane. There are two types.
I think the left lane is more of a mouth breathing lane. You can smell it.
But yet we all end up at the same red light. Isn't
there were
that
plenty of mouth
interesting?
breathers today, but the aggressive pickup trucks down here at approximately 7:35 when I was no, it was more like 7:15 when I was heading down to his school, and it was tough. It was very tough because they just I'm a lane changer.
Yeah,
I like to change lanes. I like to get in the lane that's good, and I found it due to the hyperaggression. I found it nearly impossible.
I have
today.
a rule: lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Well, that doesn't apply though. I mean, you can't. You have to.
Well, that's your
you have to go
political
with,
outlook.
Uh-huh.
You have to go with lead, follow, get out of the way.
Wake up, Mr. President.
It's my trial. What time is it?
Mike,
Is
I have a
anyone
question
is
for
anyone
you.
paying attention to that? By the way, is anybody
No.
paying attention to it?
No.
No
That's
one is.
scary.
It
That's
is.
scary.
And
I
is he
think it's
really-
important.
Is he really falling asleep and farting?
Oh, farting. I never
didn't know
heard
the
that
I didn't
one.
know the farting part that
A
Donald
lot of
Trump
people
is
say that
farting.
he's falling asleep and then farting, as an old man would do. I don't know. I've just heard rumors. I didn't know if it was true or not. Mike, because of your love of rapid acceleration on momentary,
Yeah,
do you ever use cruise control?
not
Only
not,
on 75.
yeah, which is the interstate.
Yeah.
I do it,
Okay.
and I even rarely there. It's so hyper aggressive down here that that doesn't work. And I'm talking
Now,
about
if you're
when
in
I
that
talk.
middle lane, it does.
Baby.
Yeah, if you don't care about your speed, I
I
care
do.
about my speed. If there's an opening and the
Take it,
traffic
speed
What,
flow,
do you
racer.
think I'm a soft driver? Huh?
I think you are a good driver. I
Thank
think
you.
you're an excellent driver.
Everybody hear that?
I believe you are. I am 100. I have gotten to a point where I
you let her drive, Mike.
Well,
let
he's
Carla
so
drive.
aggressive.
hold on.
I have to.
I'm giving you a Can I get my compliment in before you get your insult in?
Yes, yes.
The
And stop looking at me. I'm in the camera. Hi.
You two are adorable.
Oh, stop it.
He said. She said.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's the Ken and Karen show. Hi, everybody.
I was thinking more George and Alana.
I think any radio personality does that kind of show. Stick a needle in his gonads. That is
Oh.
just so painful to do that every day. Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Anyway,
Who are you talking about?
it just any he said she said show. It's a
Like
pain in
the
ass.
what do you call it? Like the continental breakfast.
God, breakfast. Give us some in D.C. Who were some of the ones in D.C.? Wasn't there?
Lori
Didn't
and
Glenn
Lou.
Hollis do one or something like that?
I know
with
Hollis was
another-
always a solo.
Lou
act.
Katz did one, right?
Yeah, Lori and Lou.
Lori and Lou. Perfect. God bless you, Lou Katz. Legendary personality in Washington, D.C. So
LWL, good
getting
guy.
back to the driving.
Yes.
I am very comfortable. I think you go the speed. Sometimes you want to zip down and get there, which is fine. So you're not afraid to do that. Where you break down, and you still break down, you did it just this past weekend,
Uh-oh.
is your inability to geometrically process the idea of putting a car properly into a parking space.
All
It is a
right.
challenge for you, and you
That's
still
not true.
Like
you
a
missed the mark.
parallel parking or perpendicular
Nope.
parking.
I can parallel park. I can parallel park.
Can we quote you on that?
Yes, please.
She look at Carla still has the I'm on the show look every time she comes in
and
here
also
now.
Mike the I'm on the show posture.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
It's just
listen,
like-
I've always had good posture. Okay?
yeah, she has. So here it is. You take your massive SUV, and 80 to 70% of the time you will be you'll have one tire on the line.
So there's
when
only
you go.
one reason you're aware of this.
Why? Because you don't go out wide and then come in straight. You instead just get to your parking space and decide you're going to go in there by turning right.
Again, there's only one reason you're aware of this.
All right, I'll bite.
And
What's
that,
the one reason?
Thank you, Rob. It's because he can't get out of the damn car if I park too close to the
Yeah,
other
because
one.
I'm too fat. Well,
Exactly.
that's not true anymore. And I was never so fat.
Yeah,
that-
sometimes I would have to let you out before I parked in.
Let you out, Mike. We're going to
let
let
you
you out.
out before I parked
The
that
way
thing
the way
in.
you would park an automobile, emo. I've got all right. Why am I not pulling somebody super hyper thin?
Nowadays? Yeah.
I can't pull one. I can't pull a super skinny.
Emo Phillips works. I think
Oh.
that's
No,
still
it
a
doesn't.
word.
That's
What
too
about,
old. Too old a reference.
Kenny Chesney's
Chesney?
wife or whatever. Nicole Kidman. She's super skinny.
Nicole Kidman would have trouble getting out the way she parks.
Have you ever been parked out of your car? Like where you really couldn't get in because someone parked so close to you?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a
That
jerk.
used to happen in D.C. all the time because
Yeah.
they were so thin. But there's no better sight than seeing me go in the passenger side to try to climb over to the driver's side.
But I believe that when you are pulling into a parking lot parking space, Rob is sucking on the tea today. Isn't he?
Well, see, what's happening is I'm taking a drink and then he's copying me.
Okay.
It does.
all
You
right.
know what? I do think it is a little bit subliminal.
I
What
agree.
is what flavor of tea do you? What is your brand? Because we found out before the show, Rob doesn't drink coffee; he drinks tea.
Twinings breakfast tea.
Twinings.
If I use the capsule for the Keurig, otherwise I'm just a Lipton guy.
Do you sugar it?
No, just
Okay.
straight tea.
Straight tea.
Mhm.
Getting back to the parking space, when you have a large SUV, or certainly when you have a pickup truck, you have to go out like an 18-wheeler would make a turn at an intersection. You kind of have to go wide and then come in straight.
And it's time
And
we
you have-
revealed the fact that Carla, one of her part-time jobs, is driving an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, long haul trucking is we have
Pick
to
'em up,
have
rubber
side
duck.
hustles. Yeah.
That's why I like all the rough places, the bars,
Just last week,
the bad bowling alleys.
Last week, she took a trip up to North Carolina in a Jimmy hauling hogs. CW
He's very
McCall.
short.
That's so old. That's here I am giving myself crap about old references, and then I go with the oldest. Yeah, we got us a convoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't make me play it.
We're gonna roll that trucking convoy across the USA.
You know the problem with that
Long-haul
record is,
trucker.
Mike, is that the background singers sound like it's a Christmas album. It's like the Robert Smith chorale is the background.
All right, for those youngsters in our audience, let me explain C.W. McCall. He had a hit back in the 70s, I believe it was the 70s, called Convoy. And it was a trucking song. And it ushered in a period of time.
This here's a rubber duck. You got a
It ushered in a time when you would have CB radios
Citizens
put in
Band Radio, Mike.
regular cars because everybody wanted to be like a trucker and you could communicate with the trucker. And,
I remember that.
And C.W. McCall sounded like a big, tough truck driver. And it ended up when we finally saw a picture of the guy, he was like 3.5 feet tall.
Mike, did you ever have a CB in a vehicle?
I did. Multiple.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah, my
100%.
father
How
did.
much-
I remember.
How much fun was it to listen to the truckers?
Oh, I didn't like
names?
truckers, so I used to mess with truckers on the. If a trucker was pulling a bad move, I'd give him crap, and I had arguments.
I listened because they always knew where the cops were. So
Hold on, here's the hook. Charlie loved that song. Now
he
here's
was one of the
a
background
button-
singers on that.
A button on that story that is so incredibly hard to believe. C.W. McCall went on after his Convoy success to help form Mannheim Steamroller, and that's true.
And played instruments on Mannheim Steamroller.
Arranged and played instruments, yeah. He was
Like,
one of the
if
founding
Mannheim
members.
Steamroller came to your city, C.W. McCall would be part of the band.
I don't know if he's touring with it. He might have a Brian Wilson relationship where he just worked on the creation of it but doesn't tour with them.
That is
But
sometimes your little factoids are fascinating. I had
Thank
no
you.
idea. You should do a deeper dive and find out more about that. That whether he was actually on stage with Mannheim
Luckily,
Steamroller.
Mike, my weekend is largely open. I will prepare a presentation.
Getting back to it, that's my only knock on your traffic.
Oh, that's okay.
Acumen that you have a little
that's
problem
just
with
never going to change. So.
You know, it's funny. She's not looking at me, but I look at her constantly.
I know.
Isn't that weird? Do you want me to just look at you on
Yeah,
the
just
monitor?
look at me on the monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, do
I
a
think
Mark
that would
Consuelos.
save your neck.
That's right. So getting back to the
Save
whole
your neck. Wow.
the Mike O'Mara Show coming soon in fiber optics.
It's going to be
That's
great.
awesome.
We'll be able to do an 80-minute show in 70 minutes.
Hey.
I was while I've got you here. I don't know how long you're able to join us. Are you going to be able to stay for?
I
most
gotta
of the
hear
show?
about the TMOS pinups and stuff, and see if Rob got his clips and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh, the
Filthy
TMOS
animal.
Pinup Society. Yeah.
You filthy,
Mike,
filthy animal.
regarding that, I have
Yeah.
to tell you, you and I must run in very different circles on TikTok. Because I spent about an hour on TikTok searching everything I
You
could.
failed.
But I was able to find one. Of
You didn't
sharing the
fail.
luxury.
You were
Did not
you were
fail.
teasing me. You were making me think you failed, but you didn't.
I wanted to have.
You were
like-
wrong.
I was wrong, Carly. Yes, I was wrong. Thank you.
No, you know what? He's
Great
never
having
been
her
more-
along today, isn't it?
It is fun. It is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was only able to find this one. And
We were talking yesterday on the show about flashing videos. Now they
Yes.
come in two different styles.
How come you haven't told me about this? How come I had to hear about it on the show?
Because I talked about it on the show, and it's not
Listen
that important
every
to me
day.
outside of the show.
Listen to learn, learn to
learn
listen.
to listen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I've learned something new about you.
There are two types of these flashing videos. One is a woman will be sitting with a one shot, and then she will do a quick edit where she is either in underwear, bikini, naked, and covered up. Not
tasteful.
really. I've never seen nudity. It's always
it's
always
not
covered up
allowed.
in some way. There was one the other day that I paused on where she went from standing up, kind of like dancing, to a quick one where her arms were folded over her naked body, and then the other kind is the more.
Do you feel better? You're getting it all out.
The more erotic of it, where where a lady will be talking and she'll say something like "kitty," and then she'll do
and then you'll flash freeze.
she'll
on
flash
yeah, and
down
then you'll
to
find the perfect moment to stop
to pause
the
it.
video.
And it is also covered up, although there has been what I would describe on at least one of them. I would describe it as pubis exposes.
Pubis.
That you see a little hair down there. That's it. Now, when you say travel in different circles, you were trying to find these?
Yes, I did. I went on my For You
I get
feed.
more of them on Facebook than I do on TikTok.
Oh, you do? Okay, because you mentioned
You went
TikTok.
on Facebook, you could probably find more of them.
I went
Wow,
on
do you know
Rob,
this
all
for a
you had
fact?
to do was go to the TMOS Pinup Society.
for these
That's
videos. They put the
Yes.
videos on the Pinup Society.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is one I found on TikTok.
You
in
don't
the wild.
linger on the. You've never done
Look,
a dive.
he has other things to do. Okay?
You've never done a deep dive on the TMOS Pinup Society, one of the organizations I am most proud of. If they edit some of Eric's pictures out,
Damn, Eric.
Rob,
Listen to Mike.
I'm sorry, the other Rob Cox. Interesting
Who?
name for the guy. Well, the guy that posts a lot of pictures up there.
Okay.
Very fond
You
of those
like
lads.
you like Cox's style, right?
He's wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
Let's be careful here. You found one. This is going to be. You only found one.
Hey, at least you
Mike,
found
where
one.
were you? Where's the guy 2 minutes ago that says, you didn't fail me? You
I know,
found
All right.
me."
right?
Well, I'll make
You
that
said to me
determination.
yesterday-
I'll make the determination when I see it.
Yesterday you said it's all over TikTok. So that's where I looked. All right?
Did I really? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
And so
Remember,
anyway,
Rob has a good memory.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Somewhat.
And remember, Rob has a good memory.
He is a
Here's one
selective
from
one.
TikTok, Mike. This is called When They Ask to See the Lingerie.
So dry your eyes, pull yourself together quick. Be there in a minute. Let's go do something unholy.
See?
Yeah, play it one more time.
What
And turn
now?
it down a little bit. It's really loudly obnoxious.
Okay.
So dry your eyes, pull yourself together quick. Be there in a minute. Let's go do something unholy.
That's a great
You want-
example of it.
Do you want me
That's
to
a
try
great,
to pause it?
Yeah, let's see
yeah,
if
you
you
can
can.
try.
That's what will
I
be
can
fun.
see
He
if I
appears
can.
to be wearing ghost white makeup.
Let's go do something unholy.
I almost had it.
Were
Hold it,
you
wait,
able?
okay.
Were you?
Oh.
Oh, you got it.
Hey,
Oh,
there she is.
There,
See?
wonderful.
There's my girl. And you see, that's why I follow my daughter on TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
Oh.
No, it's not her. Not her. But Mike, that's an example of it. I didn't see anywhere they point and use double entendre.
I'll send you one. I'll send you
Okay,
one and you can
I'd
play
like
it
that.
tomorrow.
And Mike,
Get ready, Rob.
While we're in the video vault, I thought you might also enjoy this.
Here it is. Prince Spaghetti.
Anthony? What?
Here's the announcer.
Anthony Martignetti lives in Boston, on Prince Street,
Little
in the
Mike
Italian
Romero.
North End. The home for more than 50 years of the Prince Spaghetti Company.
I remember that commercial.
Oh, gosh.
Anthony knows a lot about local Italian customs,
I don't.
and he knows a lot about Prince, because that's a local custom too.
Wednesday.
Prince is more than just authentic.
Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day.
It's something that grows you. With wheat germ energy other pastas leave out.
This is by far the slowest moving commercial
I
I've
love
ever
this
heard.
commercial.
Well,
I
you know
love this
what?
commercial.
I'm hungry.
I do like the announcer.
Isn't he great?
Yeah, he
Rob?
makes me want that.
Isn't he
food.
great? Listen to that wonderful baritone, not pushing it at all. Yeah, Anthony Martinelli. Sounds like maybe it's an actor.
Yeah, could
Might
be.
be Ethel
Most
Daly or
days,
something.
Anthony takes his time going home. But not today.
Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday. And as every family in the north end of Boston will tell you, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day.
Look at his look. That's a masterpiece. That's a
Aw,
masterpiece.
He's a cutie.
And there's 2 pounds of spaghetti there. Rob, that is a masterpiece of a commercial.
I
Still,
just
to this
think, you
day,
know,
it holds
It's
up.
very good. It holds up, but they could have done it in 30. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
You know what? It was a better time. It was a slower time when we could linger longer.
Yeah, we didn't have other things to do.
What they didn't show is that Anthony was running home from his work at the child labor camp. No wonder he likes Wednesday.
Yeah, I would too.
Anthony Martinelli. I remember it like it was yesterday. Childhood memories, everybody. Hey, we got to take a break. We're here with Carla, who is our guest today, the director of Fun and Games for the Mike O'Mara Show. And when we return, we will have the round table. Ladies and gentlemen. Hi, how are you? Hey, with warm weather on the way, you need hydration that keeps up with every moment. A single stick of Liquid IV makes ordinary hydration into extraordinary hydration with 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. Liquid IV does it all in a single delicious stick. No sugar, no artificial sweeteners. It's non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Try white peach, green grape, or my favorite, I'm drinking it right now in my red cup.
That's a
lemon
Pizza
lime.
Hut cup. Actual slurping noises.
Man, oh man, that's Liquid IV. Just tear, pour, and live more. It's a zero-sugar hydration solution with no artificial sweeteners. Clinically tested to hydrate more than water alone. Turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV, and all you have to do is go to liquidiv.com and use our code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Ladies
Do it
and gentlemen.
now.
Do it, do it,
Oh,
do it,
the
do it.
Kraken is excited because it's Wednesday. And Wednesday is
It is
Spaghetti Day.
Wednesday.
Did you ever see that? You're too young to have seen that commercial.
Yeah, and
That was
also,
from my
Mike,
era.
I feel it might be a regional spot because I don't even remember Prince brand spaghetti.
Okay, that might be true.
Do they still have it?
I'll find out.
Prince
That's interesting.
brand? I don't think
and
so.
in the north end of Boston, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti.
You can buy it at well, they stopped making it when he passed away at Purple
Aw.
Paisley Park, and so they
Yeah,
couldn't make it.
that's right. It was
anymore.
purple.
Oh, okay.
It was
Purple
purple pasta. Purple pasta.
Pepe.
Hey, purple pasta, Peter. There we go. Yes, sir. Punchy. You know, I'm doing broadcast news.
Well, then, F you.
Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
holds 3 Super Bowl MVP titles, but he is too scared to host Saturday Night Live. Patrick says that he's been asked, but he doesn't think he's ready yet. He has a fear of reading off a teleprompter. That's interesting. He also
And you
is.
know what? To be specific, they are legendary at SNL. They use cards still. They don't use a teleprompter.
Well, you skipped ahead. That's the last part of the
Oh,
story.
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't know.
He's also scared from giving a speech at the ESPY Awards in 2023. And as Rob said, they use cue cards, but I wonder if it's the fear of the prompter or maybe it's just the fear of reading off a card in general. There's some people that are bad at it. I mean,
I would
do
be
it.
bad at it.
You would. You would be bad. Maybe we'll have you read the next commercial.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be very, very exciting. Well, I'll give
Don't expect anything.
because it's
It
the
would be a
TMOS
good-
store. I'll give
it
it
would be a
crack.
good spot for her to read. I think.
I don't.
she will.
I don't jeopardize our advertising.
I'm getting nervous already.
Don't get nervous. It's going to be fine.
Not sure.
This just in. Prince Spaghetti was founded in 1941, and the plant stopped producing spaghetti in 1997.
Wow.
No more Prince Spaghetti.
What a shame. What a great
Back
product.
to Mike O'Mara in studio.
Thank you,
Thank
Rob.
you, Rob.
Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. A photographer says Megan Thee Stallion made him watch her have sex with another woman. A photographer named Emilio Garcia is suing Megan, claiming this happened in the back of an SUV.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't want to look at that.
I don't understand that. It happened in Spain in 2022. Oh, I saw this. She made me look. She made me look while she has this sex. She makes sex with other ladies. She makes me look. Afterwards, she warned him not to tell anyone about it. He also says Megan fat-shamed, verbally abused, and underpaid him. Because of all this, he now says he suffers, quote, profound emotional distress, mounting anxiety, depression. Why are you reading my copy?
Who's Megan?
Megan Thee
Thee
Stallion.
Stallion?
Who's
She's
she?
a popular artist.
Oh, my
musical
Oh,
artist.
okay. Why do I not even know who she is?
She's a rapper.
Oh,
Well,
well,
also,
that's
I think you're probably jealous because your real name is Carla the O'Mara.
yes, you know it.
Well, he says he's going through all this stuff, and it stems from a toxic work environment. There's no word on how much he's suing for. Interestingly, though, his lawyer is the same guy who's representing the people suing Lizzo for harassment.
What is it, a business now?
Wow.
Hey, maybe there's an ambulance
Mean
chaser out
girls.
there. You know,
I
You
wonder
never
what it's
know.
like to work in a toxic work environment.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Hey,
Bop, bop.
Post Malone. I like Post
V.
Malone.
Malone.
You know what I love about Post Malone? He
What?
looks, if you saw him and you didn't know what his personality was all about, you'd say, what the hell's the deal with that guy? And
Yeah.
you look at him, and he's a cool artist, and he's
Yeah.
a sweet dude, and he does nice things for people.
like him.
He is
I do,
expanding
too.
into the world of graphic novels and movies
Comic
with an original.
books.
What's that?
A graphic novel is essentially a comic.
It's a comic. I
Oh,
agree with you.
okay.
And he came up with an idea that mixes Mad Max Fury Road with the Evil Dead franchise. I like the idea. I think if it's an original idea and it's something fun, it might be fun to watch. The story takes place in medieval Europe, where, quote, the only thing standing in the way of the horde of demons infesting the continent is a mysterious, armored 18-wheeler seemingly sent back from the heavens.
Wow.
How much weed do you think was going on?
I wonder
when
if
that
they'll
was
reveal the
created?
question I've always had, though, because, they can go into more detail. I wonder if they will finally reveal who runs Bartertown.
Master Blaster. You want to say? You say Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
No, say Master.
Master.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. That was fun.
Say, hey Carla, who runs Bartertown?
Hey, Carla, who runs?
No.
No,
you
you're
say,
answering with
Oh.
Master Blaster.
You say you're like God. Master Blaster run Bartertown. Hey, who runs Bartertown?
Master Blaster.
God.
Carla
See,
went
I'm
to
not
Mike
good at
O'Mara.
this stuff.
Carla actually went to Mike's impression camp at Jiffy Lube.
Mike, I am not you, okay? I don't do impressions.
But I'll do the other guy. Release embargo. Rob knows how good that is too. Thank you.
Go to Mike at
Thank you very much.
MikeO'MaraImpressionCamp.org and you can get your tickets. He's teaching it at Jiffy Lube Live this year.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, he teaches-
Bartertown?
Master Blaster.
Say it louder.
Master Blaster.
Release embargo.
Oh, my
know.
God.
That
What am
movie-
I doing?
Hey, but we're doing a Mad Max thing, so that's okay.
Yeah.
The first story in this universe will be released as a graphic novel in 25. It'll be followed by a movie he's developing along with Transformers and Bad Boys director Michael Bay. Got the real dude there.
He'll be do good with that.
God, if you're it rains, it pours when you're in that rarefied air. People come to you. That's the way that
Yes,
happens.
they do.
I guess guard dogs are obsolete now because this is even more intimidating and something I plan on buying later this afternoon.
Great.
Robot dogs with flamethrowers attached to their head are now something you can eat. No, I'm sorry.
Oh
you
my
can
gosh.
buy. You can buy.
Winston needs a buddy.
Winslow.
Winslow, forgive me.
A company.
Not good memory,
a
Rob.
company called Throwflame is selling one called the Therminator for $9,400.
What?
Hey, flamethrower guy, what's the name of your company? Throw flame?
What's the name of the company?
Master Blaster.
That's what it should be called. You operate it over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth with a remote control.
That's stupid.
And-
Just introducing something else that can go wrong with a flamethrower? Come on.
And
come
it
on.
can shoot flames up to 30 feet.
God.
Why do you need this?
You know what? Our old newsman would say, what could possibly go wrong?
I know this. If you got one, you wouldn't have any weeds in your backyard.
The website says they're legal in all 50 states. They're
Come
legal?
here, boy. Come here, boy. Come
Wow.
on. Come
You
here.
just need, you only need a special permit in They're not pushing the guard dog angle, but they do list 8 different things it's perfect for. They include controlled burns, ice and snow removal, clearing weeds. I use a flamethrower to clear weeds. Pyrotechnics or entertainment, and also pest removal.
Hello.
That's going to be one depressed rat when he gets the flamethrower out.
Is this the Bureau of Permitting? I need a flamethrower permit for Maryland to get a flamethrowing dog.
California and Maryland, only states you need permits for that.
Yeah.
So what could I mean? That's incredible. I had no idea. Does that mean that technically you can own a flamethrower? And I guess my torch would be a flamethrower, right?
I guess the limit would be like it's how big the flame gets, but I'm intrigued about snow removal.
You know, though, there is a difference between what I own, as powerful as it is, and a flame. When they talk about 30 feet, the concept, to the best of my knowledge, my knowledge of World War II, a flamethrower throws gasoline.
Right.
That's what it does, basically. It throws an accelerant a distance to land on things, whereas a torch is something that, a blowtorch. That's what
I
you
would
use it
have to
for.
watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to really understand.
Great movie.
Oh, the greatest blowtorch scene, flamethrower scene ever in film. Fantastic. It's Distracted Driving Awareness Month.
What were you saying?
Don't look at me, Mike.
So someone had experts list the top distractions that can cause a crash.
Okay.
Here are their top 9. I will go from 9 to 1. Number 9, pets.
Yep.
I believe
Yep.
that. God, I've had my pet in the car.
Have you ever
and it can
had
be
a dog
distracting.
knock your car out of gear?
No, but lock my car door.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Sebastian has taken me from drive into neutral by standing on the middle console, and it's weird when you punch the gas and nothing happens. It's like,
When you
something's
put a
horribly
dog
wrong.
in your car, when you put Sebastian in your car, do you leash him when you put him in the car?
I have a leash on him, but I don't hold the leash.
Just in case he jumps
Yeah.
out the
When I
window.
have Winslow, I like to roll the window down and have Winslow do that cute dog thing where they hang their head out.
Yes.
But I don't trust him.
No, because he did jump out the window once.
He once jumped out
With
the window.
me.
I didn't know that. He did?
Yeah,
Did he really?
he did.
All right.
We
Was
had a
it
dog
bad?
when I was
No,
growing
he was
up
fine.
named Pepper, and he was a obese Cocker Spaniel towards the end of his life.
Pepper.
He was a good looking dog as a pup, but it was before air conditioning in cars, and we had an old
Oh.
Chevy Impala with both windows down on one side, and we took a turn, and Pepper fell out because he was
Oh,
leaning way out.
no.
And we heard, oof.
Aw.
Poor guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was
Same
he
thing
okay
with-
though?
Yeah, he lived to tell about it.
Okay,
He lasted
okay.
longer than the Impala.
Wow.
The same thing happened to me when I was hanging out the window on the main turnpike when I was 8.
Did they come back for you?
Yeah.
Saw the
Yeah,
cigarette
they came back
smoke
for me.
coming out of the car.
I got in, and they said, "You want some ice cream?" And I said, "Yeah." Rocky Road. Moving right along. Number 8, messing with onboard systems, meaning like AC, radio.
Nah.
Yes.
The big knock, because I do research in my new car book that I keep handy all the time. And one of the big knocks on a lot of automobiles is difficult technological, negotiating the tech that's in your car. That's
I
it.
think that the Subaru has done a great job. They put most of it on the steering wheel, so you can
Man,
use your thumbs.
you have no idea. Carla's got a car
I
that
love-
the lease is up in August,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking at them again last night. I didn't
Yeah.
realize they have one Outback that has a slightly tweaked horsepower to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That I'm very, very curious.
I
about.
love the Forester.
Yeah.
User
Yeah,
friendly,
you
great.
They're phenomenal automobiles. They are.
I'm so in love with this car. Love
That's why
it.
it's the
great
state
gas
flower.
mileage.
It's a state flower of Maine. That's why it's you see
Easy
it all
to
over
park.
Yeah.
there. Number 7 is eating and driving. I nothing gets me angrier than when you'll see somebody that
I
crosses into
love
the line.
to eat and drive.
It's you are.
I
don't get
don't.
me started.
I'm good
with
at
you.
it. I'm so good at it.
Carla, would I be?
I could eat French fries and have the ketchup with them
Okay.
and like the perfect bites every time.
Wonderful.
My thing.
You are, of all the people that I've ever known, the most distracted driver I've ever seen in my life, and it scares the crap out of me. That is the truth. That is the
I
truth.
only am
Yeah.
distracted at red lights.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's just it's
That's
very
does.
distraction,
you are.
yeah.
It's phone.
Oh, stop
it's
it.
fiddling. I worry about it.
Food
I
in
really
a car
do.
is bad because it distracts you and it makes your car smell if you drop it. I had to do it some with the kids, but there is a no food
I
policy
don't
in
drop
my car now.
my food.
Eating and
Rob.
driving. Other passengers. Look at the whole time you've been here. You're just like.
Hey, don't be jealous because I'm all positive and excited and
Yeah.
stuff, and you're all slumped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sit up straight.
Mike, she's not a distracted broadcaster, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I
I'm
know, she's
ready.
focused.
I'm paying attention.
really
I'm
focused.
clear.
It's
I
not-
need more coffee.
It hasn't been as difficult having you here as I thought it might be. That's my compliment to you.
Geez,
today.
thanks.
That's love right there.
Number 6 is other passengers, especially dangerous with teen drivers 100%.
Yeah.
Folks, when my son gets to be driving age, that's the prime directive. You are not allowed to drive with more than one other kid in the car. You can't
Yep,
have a teen.
I agree.
Teen
Yeah, Carrie doesn't
convention.
let me drive with teenagers either.
Yeah. I wouldn't either, Rob.
Number 5, reaching for stuff, like something in the back seat.
Oh, yeah.
One time I was trying to swat a bee on
Yes.
the same road that almost
Hate it.
killed Rob Spiewak.
I remember when I dropped a cigarette. Yes.
Yeah, Carly
the
used to
great
smoke
old
like a
cigarettes.
chimney.
Yeah.
You did.
My Marlboro Light, I dropped it, and damn if it didn't go down the center.
Always does.
And I had to grab it. I just had to grab it, and then there I am on the median.
Yeah, very
That's
scary.
why I use a hookah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, because
at home.
the hose is attached to
Yeah.
you know.
I get the teenagers in my car and say, hey, want a toke?
Number 4 is abusing substances or lacking sleep. Well, that goes without saying.
Oh, my gosh.
right?
Sure.
Number 3, looking at stuff outside of your vehicle. Massive. I can show you an example of. Well, no, or you get a
The head
hot
on a
woman.
swivel.
You get a hot woman walking down the street, or you see like a low flying plane, or you see a car that you've never seen before. That's an amazing car to look at. You can go right into the rear end of somebody else. Got to pay attention.
true.
Got to
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
Number 2, here it is, my dear. Cell phones.
Oh,
Cell
yeah,
phones
that should
at
be number 1.
2. That includes texting
Yep.
and things like messing with your GPS. It should be. Why are you like not? Let's be honest here.
Not
Yeah.
me?
Would you? Let's be honest here, Carla. Let's be totally honest. That,
Mike, you flip me out because now
Yeah,
you're looking at
let's
her
be
in the monitor, and,
Right.
and
Yeah,
I
let's
think you're
be
yelling at me.
honest.
So you
I
gotta
know.
look
That's why
at
I'm like,
her.
me?
Carla, I'm looking at you. Oz is going to get another camera installed down here eventually. It's going to happen.
Okay, you're
He
looking
said
at
it.
me. Be honest.
The texting and you're
I do it
using
at
your
red
phone.
lights.
It doesn't. You shouldn't do it at all. Am I right, Rob? You shouldn't
This
do
is
it at
true.
all.
Hey,
Shouldn't
Rob.
do it at all.
Tread carefully, man.
Well, Rob, Carla, you're not owning
I
it.
wasn't texting when I flipped my car. All right, how about that?
Yeah.
And here's the one that might apply to Rob Spiewak.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Let's
And
pick
it's-
on Rob. Let's pick on Rob.
It's number 1. And from all the information we garnered on our major TMOS investigation of
What
Rob's
is it?
flipping the van over,
It was not a van; it was an automobile.
an
Yeah.
automobile, daydreaming. You're
Oh.
bored and just not paying attention.
Oh, Rob,
That's-
the
Yeah.
daydreamer.
I
I
think
will
that's
cop
it.
to that.
Aw.
I think the reason that daydreaming would technically be the reason, but I also was totally zoned out because it was the day after Mark's funeral. And I just
yeah.
was in a different weird headspace. Granted, should not have been driving that day. I realize that in
How
retrospect.
despicable it is to use the death of your best friend as an excuse for your poor driving habits.
Not as despicable as using the death of my best friend to get free tickets to King's Dominion.
Wow,
You
why did I
know,
hit that?
he
That was
would
good.
love it. He would.
Yes, he
Finally,
would.
today, cops near Augusta, Georgia, got a call about a domestic dispute Sunday night. Unfortunately, there'd been a stabbing. The victim was in the middle of a big argument with his on-again, off-again girlfriend when things turned physical. And she grabbed a fork.
Wow.
She stabbed him in the butt with it.
Wow.
She told police she just poked his butt, but he described it as a full-on stabbing.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he'll survive. They could have arrested her for assault, but she left, and the boyfriend decided not to press charges. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Big
Always
mistake.
press the charges because
Yes.
they're going to do it again.
Cops say they advised the man on how to get a temporary restraining order. Later on, they made up. She came over, made him dinner, a nice lasagna, but he told her it tasted like ass.
Oh, no.
He goes, I want to tell you, wow, that's some wild.
Taste and smell.
That's some wild stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
What is that,
This-
Parmesan?
This lasagna tastes like ass.
You.
You know what it tastes like? That salsa I got from the
everything.
the Trump store.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's another story. Hey, we'll talk about dogs when we come back, everybody. God, the show flies by lately. I don't know what's
Are you going to let her read this one, Mike?
Oh, okay. Here you go, Carly. Take
Okay.
it from the second line.
Okay, important TMOS news, everybody. Listen up. Announcing the official TMOS Don't Get Happy t-shirt now available. Okay, guys? If you want to be a member in good standing of the TMOS DGH Society, you need to get this official apparel, okay? This is striking navy blue and gold t-shirt. It's available in all sizes, and it's also available in ladies' V-neck. Okay, ladies, do you hear that? This is for you. These shirts are roomy, breathable, moisture wicking, and having Posy Charge technology, which is nice.
Charge.
Posy Charge. I don't even know what that is, but it's nice.
You wrote it.
And you copied it.
Yeah,
So
well,
visit our store. It is open always. That means it is open 24 hours. But these shirts are only available until April the 30th. So mark your calendars because after that, they are gone. Plus, pick up a Mike O'Mara Show koozie. And so, yeah, it's required summertime paraphernalia. Keep your hands dry and keep your drink cold. Thank you, Rob. So hurry up and support the show that you love. That would be the podcast, TMOS. Every purchase keeps the laughs coming. TMOSstore.com, the official source for all things TMOS. Official, authentic, awesome. Thank you for your support. And remember our motto, Rob.
Hold on. Rewind. Try it again.
Authentic and awesome. Thank you for your support. And remember our motto, Rob.
If you don't buy it, we won't sell it.
Hey!
You know what? You're doing fine.
Thank you.
I'm
That
delighted
was not
to have
bad,
you here.
yeah.
I'm very, very happy. So Carla knows more about this than I do, but I have to agree with you, Carla, when you say that since we lost Frankie, Winslow's been a little out of sorts. He had his little companion, even though they didn't interact.
Right.
They
he
basically
had another
slept
dog.
the day away.
Yeah.
They hung out, and you can tell, and I agree with you 100%.
Did they
about
have
this.
a little bit of a rivalry?
No.
I guess Frankie was too
they
old.
Did. A
Oh.
little bit. Frankie was old, but they definitely had a little. You hear Frankie Winslow would get up on the couch and go near Frankie, and Frankie would go, yeah.
Yeah.
That
And I've
type
got
of
the
thing.
same thing going with Sebastian and Linus, but I can tell they love each other, but there's a little bit of a rivalry.
I don't think that I think Winslow loved Frankie, but Frankie didn't love Winslow.
I think you're probably right about that. So Carla is making noise about that, and then comes home a couple of weeks ago with
It was last Friday.
Last
Not
Friday.
this Friday, but the following.
and what?
It
You mean
was
the
like-
proceeding?
Yeah.
The most recent Friday.
No.
No, the one before that.
Yes, thank you.
So what's the deal with this Frenchie, and why did she ghost us?
I don't know, to answer your question. With that said, I saw on Facebook.
I know, but you can't see your you can't
With
see your
that
eyes. You're
on-
not Charlie
I
Daniels, for
like
God's sake.
This
And Mike, how many
mysteriousness.
times have you said that as a compliment?
Carla's not Charlie Daniels.
You're
Come on,
not
see your-
married to
your
Charlie
beautiful
Daniels.
eyes. Let the people see your eyes. My God.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Facebook, we were having a beer at the bar, and all of a sudden, I'm scrolling through that Facebook, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's a Frenchie! Like, how perfect is this timing?" So it's on my friend's feed, and so I reach out, and she's like, "Oh, great!" And by the way, I am the first comment. I was the first. That is so
How close
important.
of a friend is she? Is she more of
Well,
an acquaintance?
she teaches at my son's school, and she was also
Our sons.
Well, that's right.
Or did she just reveal something?
So either way, yeah. Secrets are being spilled. No. So
No
anyway,
wonder Oz was so ready to jump in.
so she sends me this link saying, "Oh my gosh, this is my mother's little, I don't know, what was it? My mother's help me out."
Advertisement?
Yeah.
Post?
Service dog?
No, this was my mother. I guess.
Lover?
Yeah, something like that. So she said, fill out this application. So I'm like, I fill it out right then and I send it.
And it's a cute dog. And a Frenchie is a dog that we think would match up very well with a Boston Terrier.
Yeah, exactly. So do I get anything back? Do I hear anything? No. Then I go and look on the Facebook and everybody else is like, I want it. And she sends the same application to all of them.
So you think she just picked one and then blew off
obviously-
everybody else?
Well, I think that they want to get the dog adopted. That's the number one thing. So, but I was
get it.
first, and I never
know.
heard anything.
I
But,
told
I
you-
guess it
I
wasn't
told
meant
Mike
to be.
I told Mike it was a scam from the word go.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was a scam, but
Well, did you hear back from her? Did you get any sort of
nothing.
satisfaction at all? Then it's a scam.
Nothing.
She
Zero.
scammed you. And
Yeah,
there
she
are
did.
plenty-
What to
You
what
know what?
end?
I'm gonna
To
go-
what end? What would be the what? You're gonna go what?
I'm just kidding.
What to what end, Rob? What would be the scam? What would be the point?
That's the thing that I don't get. But why would she go to the trouble to have you fill out an application? When
She had
you're obviously-
everybody fill out an application.
She's making people jump through
And
hoops. When
she
there are
did.
1 million dogs out there that can be rescued,
Yeah.
you know what? She should be jumping at the first
Yeah,
person that can provide
exactly.
a stable home.
And that was us.
The whole thing didn't sit well with me.
No, I
and
didn't
I
like
think,
it
Mike,
either.
how about this? Power trip.
Yeah,
It was a
I
power
agree.
trip. Really?
I think
Yeah.
so because she just wanted to see everybody jump on,
you
and
know
I
what
bet
I
she
think?
gave it to her favorite.
I think she gave it.
person.
No, I think she gave it to somebody she wanted to give it to,
Yeah, I
and then
agree.
everybody else just got ghosted.
I think she
but it would
put
be
it
nice.
down.
Did you follow up? Did you ask? Did you send an email?
No.
What happened to the dog?
No,
Can you do that? Maybe just to find out, get closure
I
on it a
don't
little
even
bit.
care anymore.
Well,
But
I love the
could.
dog. I thought the dog was cute.
But
and
I
by the
could.
way,
But did
I'm
you
not,
meet the dog, or is it just
No,
a picture?
just a picture.
You know, Mike, dog might not have existed.
Now it's everybody. Rob is Q.
Conspiracy.
Rob is actually Q. That's who he is.
How
with that.
deep and dark can we go? Rob?
No,
real
it's
quick.
not deep and it's not dark. I'm sure the dog existed, but the fact that you have a stable home
Yeah.
with a dog,
Not really.
and previous dog owners, well, the fact that you appear to have a stable home.
Thank you. Perception is
Yeah.
reality.
You've
Rob.
checked all the boxes.
Mm.
I think that she should have gone with you, and the fact she didn't makes me a little suspicious.
Makes me suspicious too.
Mm.
So
Well,
we
and
don't have the
also,
dog.
since she works at the school and she interacts with all these people,
Mhm.
she should be a little more responsible. And is there, you usually when you want something, when it's a quest, you're a pit bull.
Right.
Pardon the
So
dog
I
analogy.
believe in what's meant to be is meant to be, and
So
I
you just
believe-
move on.
I just move on, just because it's like, okay, well, we weren't chosen, so obviously he wasn't. That dog was not the right dog for us.
Is
at
that you?
this
How
time.
good were the pictures? How many pictures
was
did
just
you see?
one.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. No,
It was
Is there
just
any
one.
chance that it could be a human in a costume?
no, it's
A
not.
baby, yes.
Yeah. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. That's
Yeah.
the
Doris Day
philosophy
on
that we
today's
have.
show.
And real quick before we go to break here, I wanted to mention that last night Carla had a long work day, been working overtime for the show, really putting some hours in, and joined me at my son's football practice.
Ira.
And there is nothing.
Not yours.
What? Our
Ours.
sons. There is nothing.
It's a weird sort of dynamic today, guys.
Well, that's because she's here.
Yeah, I guess you're right. At least you aren't
You
talking
don't
about.
make it awkward.
Can you
Mike.
look at me once? Hi.
Hi.
How you
Do-
doing?
you don't have to make this awkward.
Yeah,
Just
see, you
well, I
didn't
get
even-
the same
Now you
feeling.
pushed me away. She just pushed me away under the table.
I did not. You didn't.
I
see
get the
that.
same feeling when
pushed me away
Carrie
under the
says,
table.
"Can you go get something?" It's in my bedroom. I said, as far as I can tell, we've been sharing a bedroom for 30 years. So that wouldn't that make it our bedroom, Mr. Hahn?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just
Exactly.
wanted to share this that there's nothing like youth sports right now, watching my kid, not because of winning, not because of losing, not because of athletic achievement, but because of the camaraderie that these kids have, and watching them when they take their water breaks, when they run off the field, and just seeing them interact. And I think I leaned over to you last night and I said, is there anything more adorable than these kids?
What a great gift to give a child.
It's just
right?
Yeah.
the idea of having them all participate in this, and
Yeah,
they're just
grow up
all
together.
they're soon going to be adolescents, and they're all kind of like just these kids that are enjoying
It's their
life
childhood.
and
You only get one.
interacting, and
Nothing
man,
better
it's-
than
it's
making a
great.
kid happy.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
it becomes more and more infrequent as they get older.
Oh, don't
So-
say
but-
that.
Well, it's
I believe
true.
you.
So
I believe you.
Grab onto those moments. They're great.
But last week we played the Naples Hurricane. This week it's going to be another Naples team, the Naples Bears. As much as I like seeing them interact and I like the camaraderie, if they don't win the game, my son will be spending the rest of the weekend in the dog's crate.
Oh,
There it is.
no.
That's the way we roll.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Rob, do you want to talk about 30 years ago, Shaq, or a hot new trend? It's your
Let's
dealer's
talk about Shaq, because I see where we're on the clock, and that's the problem. But Mike you will love this story.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. We're
Yeah.
going to take a short break. When we come back, more fun and more thrills. You, ladies and gentlemen, are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. How are things going at Derm Glow Skin?
Derm Glow is awesome.
That's great.
Hair regrowth, prescription skincare, prescription weight loss. All right, listen up.
I'll do it. It's time to discover the transformative power of DermGlowSkin.com for weight loss. Witness the results yourself. I've shed over 80 pounds, 85 to be exact. Never felt better. DermGlowSkin.com streamlines weight loss management effortlessly. Simply take a quick quiz, consult with a doctor, and have your weight loss medication delivered directly to you. No insurance needed. Once you begin, expect continuous medical support, clinically proven ingredients, and tailored care. All supplies are included, so you can start immediately. Don't hesitate. Isn't it time to shed up to 26% of your body weight? I'm living proof it works. Stop the food noise. Reclaim your true self. Get excited and reach out to Carla for any inquiries. She's right next
I'm
to
here.
me. She's dedicated to assisting you. DermGlowSkin.com. Let's go. I love Shaquille O'Neal.
You do.
I think he's one of the great celebrities in America. He not only an incredible player in his day, but just an absolute iconic figure in media. Love
Would you
number one on my hit parade for guests too. I'd love to get him.
Would
on the
you
show.
tag him as a guy with a bad temper?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this-
Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen it on even when it's joking, when he got mad at Charles for taking his time up on the NBA show. Yeah, he can have a
So funny
temper.
you would bring that up.
Jealousy.
This goes back to 1996.
I'll knock your ass out.
He had just finished his final season in Orlando, but he was still at the top of his game, and he was on the U.S. basketball Olympic team.
Okay, I
And
remember
it
the
was-
Dream Team.
Yeah, and it was so funny for him because the Olympics were in Atlanta, and he lived in Orlando, so he could literally commute to the Olympics. There was no flight. There was no need for him to live in the village. He was just, a couple hours
Not
away.
a short drive.
Not a short
but-
drive, but certainly not requiring airfare. So
Okay.
they won the gold medal. The Dream Team won the gold medal in 96.
Right.
But the coach of the USA basketball team, his name was Lenny Wilkins, on the final game came up to Shaq and said that David Robinson was going to get more playing time because it was probably going to be his last game. Shaq was not cool with that, and he only got to play for 2 minutes in the end of the game.
Wow.
And so they win the game. They win the Olympic gold. They go through the ceremony. Shaq gets in his car to drive home, and he says, quote, "I was so pissed off after the ceremony, I drove home in my uniform and threw the goddamn medal out the window on I-75.
Oh my gosh. Wonder who found that.
To this day, nobody knows if it's been found because no one's ever claimed to have found it.
Wow.
So that's about 430 miles worth of searching, but somewhere out there is Shaq's
I bet he
gold
threw it
medal.
far.
Yeah, I bet he did too.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between giving a guy his due and giving Shaq only 2 minutes of playing time.
I know.
Right? I
It
mean, I
really
don't know
pissed
the
him off.
particulars, but he's a
He's
proud
still,
guy.
Mike, he's still pissed off enough that he says, "I don't regret it."
I had no idea. Where did he say that? Did he say it on his show? Is that where he said it, or was it in an article?
It was in an article, I think. It comes from Entertainment Weekly is where I found it. But
Right.
what's so funny about that, he's so pissed, he's still in his uniform driving home.
Could you imagine that? I'm imagining that right now.
Okay, I mean, that would be a good chance for a distracted driver. If you're on that road and you look and you see Shaq in his uniform throwing a medal out the
Oh
window.
my God. Could you imagine if you saw him?
I
like-
just never understand why people tend to fly off the handle. I really don't get that at all.
Also, Mike, Shaq had his wife on his podcast that morning. So,
Are you enjoying your experience?
Yeah, it's really fun to read the teleprompter. I can see why you like reading.
Yeah.
Did I ever say I liked it?
You can tell that you do. You can tell.
See, now the welcome is, if you were counting when the
You don't have to
welcome was
make things
overstayed.
negative.
Is
You
it
don't have to make
threadbare?
things,
It's
huh?
the welcome a little.
But the good news is that Carla could be on Saturday Night Live because she
Yeah.
likes
Oh.
reading.
Yeah, that's right. She wouldn't be like Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Did you know Americans pay
we're
about
doing the-
twice as much for their wine? What, are we okay?
Yeah,
Are
we're
we
good.
all right?
I just hit the
All
wrong
right.
button. That's on me.
Did
Sorry.
you know Americans pay about twice as much for their wine as the rest of the world? Why? Because laws dating back to Prohibition ensure the right of wholesalers to make big margins. That's nuts. So listen up. This podcast is sponsored by Naked Wines, a subscription service that seamlessly connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet. So you get a box of the market's best quality wines for a fraction of the price you'd normally pay in stores. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time. And the wine that I have received and we enjoyed, certainly around Thanksgiving, it was the best wine. Not a clinker! Not a clinker in the case. Go to nakedwines.com/TMOS and click Enter Voucher in the top right when you get to the website. Then enter TMOS for both the code and password to get 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's $100 off and less than $7 a bottle. nakedwines.com/TMOS. Use the code and password TMOS to grab 6 bottles for just $39.99. nakedwines.com/TMOS, code and password TMOS for $100 off your first 6 bottles. And cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Take it away, Flipside. Let me ask you something, Carla.
Yeah.
Let the element play, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
How are you feeling? You physically okay? You said you had a sore throat this morning.
I woke up with a little bit of a sore throat. I
Is it
just think
better?
it's all the pressure leaving my body.
Thank you.
Huh?
I just was checking.
I would have
don't
said
know what she's
allergies.
talking about. Are you? He always says allergies. Are you okay though? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Very good.
I'm always just fine.
Thanks. Appreciate
Fine.
that.
Fine.
take it away,
Powering
Rob.
through, more coffee, maybe an afternoon nap. No, that's not going to happen today.
Okay.
But...
All right. Let's go. Let's move
How
on.
about
Oh,
just
we have bowling tonight.
Yes, we do.
Woohoo!
Very excited. Yep, I'm excited.
What woke her up? She's talking now.
And she is. Yes. Take it away, Rob.
This was created by Microsoft, and I probably shouldn't find it as entertaining as I do, but they used deep fake AI technology to make the Mona Lisa rap. Now, I know this is quite visual. I invite you to look at our video presentation. It's delightful. But if you're listening, just imagine a perfect image of the Mona Lisa rapping. It's pretty great.
Yo, I'm a paparazzi. I don't play no Yahtzee. I go pop, 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 pop. My camera's up your crotch. See, I tell the truth from what I see and sell it to Perez Hilty. Don't call me scuzzy, making money. That's my job, celeb photography.
amazing.
Well, hell no, I'm not
Isn't it
needy.
great?
I'm legit, not stockerazzi. Don't act so hotsy-totsy, bitch. I know that you from Jersey.
I love it.
This is it. I mean, look, I get it. It is just, look, a lot of people, remember with the internet before it became part of our daily lives, we would always use examples. Well, there's the internet doing something good and making people smile and entertaining people. Entertainment value on AI is something I am enjoying more and more every time I see it.
I've watched it about 40 times. And
It's
the thing
fantastic.
that's
I
so
like it.
great about it is her eye expressions change and her
Give us
eyebrows
another one.
go.
Give us it one more time.
One
One
more
more time,
time?
a little bit.
Okay.
Not the whole thing, but just a little bit.
Just a
of it, all right?
taste. Mike,
All right.
do look at the, just watch the eyes.
The eyes.
I'm
Yeah.
a paparazzi. I don't play no Yahtzee. I go pop, 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 pop. My camera's up your crotch. See, I tell the truth from what I see and sell it to Perez Hilty. Don't call me scuzzy, making money.
That's great.
my job,
All right.
celeb
That
That's
is
it.
awesome.
Love it.
Absolutely right.
Love
the eyes
that.
are what does it. Oh,
All right.
fantastic.
Let's say you're putting together a party and you do an Evite. There's several companies that do it now, and it's the common way. You know, you can do a save the date, and it's a great way to organize how you invite people to a party. But you're doing a party for your son, and instead of selecting people, you accidentally send out an invitation to every one of your contacts in your phone.
Accidentally?
wow.
Yes, and
Okay.
even better, Mike, it goes to how they're labeled in your phone, not necessarily their name. This lady had that happen to her.
I just made an Evite for my daughter's first birthday party. And on Evite it says import contacts. And I thought it meant import to select through. No. It imported all 487 of my contacts and invited them to this birthday party. Not only did it invite my boss, all of my coworkers, all of the people that have ever been stored in my phone, but it sent an invitation based off of how they're stored in my phone. And I want you to just take a second and think about everyone stored in your phone and how they're stored in your phone. And then imagine them receiving an invitation. Derek Eyeroll, he received an invitation. Jess hit her car in parking lot. Anyways, I have to quit or get a new identity. I don't even know.
Did she send an invite to her dentist? I'm sorry. That was totally inappropriate with that. You know what? You know what's really sad? This is what I was thinking about when you were playing that.
What?
If I sent them out, they would. This is so sad.
Oh my,
Carla, this is going to make you sad.
Why do we have to go there?
What?
I already know where you're going.
I scrolled the other day trying to find a name of somebody for some particular household service, and I realized how many people aren't around anymore. It was horrible. Horrible. Yeah. Really, really. And much worse for me than for you, Rob. I know you, but I mean, it's just stunning.
I used
sometimes.
to have an address book, and literally old school, and it was always sad to cross someone out.
Hey,
but
remember,
whenever I got sad, I just thought of this.
Mike knows.
Yo, I'm a paparazzi. I don't play no Yahtzee. I go pop, 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 pop. My camera's up, yo.
That's what I think of.
Hey, and just remember, Rob, Mike knows more dead people than you do.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Yeah. Competitive in every way. Competitive in every possible way.
I sent him congratulations with a question mark. Mike, do you toast your bread?
Yes,
depending
and butter it too.
I believe he was asking me.
I'm just having fun.
Yeah, I know you are. Glad you've
I
enjoyed
think we
yourself.
all are.
That's great.
Okay, good.
Well, I know the listeners like it when you visit, and this has been a very, very. I think it's gone fine.
Okay.
Well, then fine.
Toast it. You mean for sandwiches or for like eggs
Just as
and
a rule.
bacon?
Yeah, I mean, do you because here's the deal: when you toast
I
bread,
toast it sometimes. I don't toast it.
when
Other
it
times.
turns
your bread.
When it turns brown, that is called the Maillard effect, and it is the conversion of starch using heat. But did you know that toasted bread is actually better for you? So saith Dr. Karan Rajan.
If you take a slice of white bread and toast it, you end up lowering the glycemic index of the bread. This means it's broken down more slowly, causing a more gradual rise in blood sugar levels. If you take a slice of white bread and then freeze it, and then defrost it, and toast it again, you could lower the glycemic index of the bread by almost double. This all happens because more retrograded starch is formed. And retrograded starch is a type of resistant starch which is beneficial for your gut health, but also improves satiety, keeping you fuller for longer.
How about that?
And we are a family of bread freezers too, are we
I was gonna
not?
say we freeze our bread. We've been doing well.
Yeah, we freeze our bread. We buy it in bulk and then we freeze it. We have right now, currently in the house, 47 loaves of bread.
Too many.
I didn't know, Mike. We were so. I only eat frozen bread.
Yeah, not toasted though.
No, never.
It's good.
As Rob likes to say, as long as it's crunchy, that's all that matters to me.
Congratulations, Cooper. Cooper is 9. And Cooper just won the national, imitate a seagull contest. And
Okay.
I suppose that's fine. But you know what, Dad? Don't put Cooper in a costume.
3, 2, 1.
Stunning.
The only reason
Now, where is the cheering coming from? Is my
the people
question.
that are watching, and this is in Great Britain. So
is he doing this in a large room with people observing?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Dad
and
looks scary.
Yeah.
I know. He is going to be a troubled child when he grows up. But I think the most entertaining thing, Mike, is it's a closed caption video, and the closed captions say, squawk, 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 squawk,
I have to
squawk.
say this. Being from the great state of Maine,
Yes.
surrounded by seagulls quite often, that when he does that, it's
Yeah.
like a little shaky. And then when he gets into the regular thing, can you play it one more time for us, please?
Yeah,
I'd love to hear it.
do you hate seagulls as I do? And it's not just
I'm not a fan.
They're annoying.
Sea rats is what we call them up there.
3, 2, 1.
You can see why they love it. Cooper!
Hey.
Yay, Cooper.
Yeah, I agree with the outfit. Why do you do that? The kid's got an ability. Don't diminish it by putting a stupid suit
But he
on.
looks so cute in
He
it.
is cute. He's adorable. He loves his talent too. Good for him. Wonderful.
If any therapists want to call me, I'll hook you up with Cooper because he's
Cooper!
Cooper. And Mike, let's close with this. Last night was the long-awaited question mark special where they interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone together.
Okay.
And they asked them who would be on their action star Mount Rushmore. This is a conversation people have a lot of time. You know, Rob Mayer is real big with that. If a topic comes up, he'll say, who is your something Mount Rushmore? And he wants your top 4. So here's what they said.
Oh, wow. That's a tough one.
I would put Clint on it. Clint Eastwood was always my hero, my inspiration. He was one of those guys, just like Rich Park in bodybuilding, that spent time with me and talked to me. What can you have to come up with?
I think it goes to Bruce. He's a very multifaceted guy. He can do drama and comedy and whatever, and all the same. But he was in quite a few seminal action films. Like Die Hard's a classic, and those things don't go away.
But Arnold changed his answer later. He said that he would like a huge stone carving of a steroid. That would be his action.
And then he launched into a seagull impression. That's it.
The costume was
or
great.
the maid.
Thank you, Carla, for joining us on the show
Yay,
today.
Carla.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Hope you had a good time.
I did.
And make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Show store, tmosstore.com, for your koozies, for your brand new Don't Get Happy Society t-shirts, and constantly evolving.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I have plenty more to put on there and just getting it together. So stay tuned for a lot more merchandise.
Great ending. For Carla and for Rob Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara and the great and powerful Oz. Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye.
TMOSstore.com. Use it.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You lost again.
Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you should see what it looks like from out here.
That's the kind of comedy we specialize in. Clean, unfunny humor.
Cottonelle bath tissue.